Greetings, earthlings. Hello, humans like me. Mr. Keo here. Sorry I can't be with you in person today, but I will virtually be with you today, if that's okay. Today, I'm going to expand a little bit on what you did 2 weeks ago. We did a little bit of music math. Hopefully you remember that. You did some adding to figure out beat totals. Something similar to that today, except in real life examples. And I hope you find it interesting. But first, we should probably do just a small amount of review. So I'm going to make myself go away a little bit. And then I'm going to make these guys. Oops, those aren't supposed to do that. Oh, no. Those are all supposed to be in one group. Hold on, let me see if I can do this. Okay, that'll have to work. So, here we have those kind of notes that we know fairly well. We have the whole note, whole rest, 4 beats, half note, half rest, 2 beats, quarter note, quarter rest, 1 beat, and our 8th note, 8th rest, half a beat. So the only thing that we need to really expand upon today is just 2 kinds of dotted notes. So I'm going to make those go away for a second. You go away. And then I'm going to draw what we're talking about. So for instance, the dotted half note. Now normally we know that just a regular half note is 2. And sometimes you can say that these split up into 2 tas, or 2 quarter notes, which is why it's 2 beats. That's accurate. But when you have the dot, every time you see that dot, it's almost like you're going to add another one of those tas to it. So instead of having 2, you would have 3, which would mean that this bad boy here is actually worth 3 beats. So anytime you see a dotted half note, I want you to think to yourself, it's like 3 quarter notes instead of 2. And hopefully that will make life nice and splendiferous for you. Now get that out of here. Let's try this one, the dotted quarter note. Now, normally we would say that just a standard quarter note is 1 beat. And it's like combining 2 T's, or maybe you could even say a TT, because that would equal 1, right? Well, because of the dot, don't forget we're looking for the dot, that we're basically going to just add another one. So it would be like adding 3 T's instead of 2. And so a lot of people like to say that the dotted half note is like 1.5 beats, because you have a half, and a half. Okay? So those would be the main ones that I want to make sure that you do not forget today, because you guys are kind of young. We don't see a lot of them. But today I just want to make sure that you know, beyond a shadow of a doubt, that if you see a dotted quarter note, that you think, well, that's basically 3 T's, or 1.5 beats. Or if you see a dotted half note, I want you to think, oh, that's basically the same as 3 tas, or 3 beats. Okay? I think we're about ready to dig in. Here we go. The lovely teacher that is with you right now should hopefully have a stack of papers. It's a nice paper. It has 2 sides on it. They're going to hand it out to you if they haven't already. Make sure it doesn't take you long. 10 seconds, maybe less. Put your name on it. Put your class code on it. Okay? Totally doable. Okay? What does this sheet look like? Well, let's check out. Ooh, hey. Well, okay, you can go. I guess you can go away. We'll do this. It's just acting really weird today. Bum, 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 ba-dum, bum. Yep, so it looks something like this. So it's called Counting Beats in a Measure. There's a page 1 and a page 2. I need you to think like you are musicians. we have a bunch of different examples. Like this first one sounds like this. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, right? It's a lovely little song. And you have to figure out what's wrong with it, okay? Because it says in the directions. Let's see what I can do. Let me find my little highlighter here. In each of the examples below, one measure does not have enough beats. Oh no, not enough. Draw an X over the measure that does not have enough beats. So you're going to just X out the wrong measure, okay? So I might cover up my face here for a second so that we can really see this, okay? So check it out. So number 1, I have a time signature. We don't really talk about these until 5th grade, but these are all time signatures. They tell you how many beats are in every measure, and it's the top number is what tells you how many beats. So for example, there are 3 beats in each measure here, 4 beats in each measure here, 2 beats in each measure, so on and so forth. You're looking for the top number. But what is a measure? If you don't remember, let's review. A measure is the space between 2 bar lines. So this is a bar line, this is a bar line, this is a bar line, this is a bar line. Well, I have several bar lines. Oh, I have a double bar line, right? So the space in between them is what we're going to call a measure. So like this would be measure 1, right? This would be measure 2. This would be measure 3, measure 4, oops, kind of overdrew that one. Measure 5, measure 6, measure 7, so on and so forth. So we want to see which one of those measures is wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 7. Now, according to, let me get my lightsaber out. According to the time signature, there's supposed to be 3 beats in every measure. So that's a dotted half. That is 3 beats. Here's the dotted half. That's 3 beats. So far, we're so good. Taz, 1, 2, 3. That's 3 beats. Here's a half note. That's 2 beats. Urge, back the truck up. What did I just say? Oh no, there's only 2 beats in that measure, which means that that is the measure that is incorrect. Does that make sense? Now, let me do one more with you, if that's okay. Here I have 4, 4. That means there are 4 beats in every measure. Now, some of these are easy. For example, whole note, 4 beats. That's easy. That measure's good. This measure, 2 and 2, that's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 again. 1 plus 3 is 4. Uh-oh, I should have started at the beginning. T and T, that's 1. T and T, that's 1. So that means if I combine that, that's 1. If I combine that, that's 1. That measure only has 2 beats. Wrong. Okay? Now, you're going to be doing this for 2 pages, just in case you're wondering. However, when you get to counting beats in a measure, page 2, the instructions change just a little bit. What does it say? One measure has too many beats. You need to figure out which one has too many. So on the first one, you had too few. On this one, you have too many. Let's try one example, shall we? So how about this one? So we have a time signature of 3, 4, which means there are 3 beats in every single measure. Now, I like to draw, so because this helps me, because that's like 1 beat, 1 beat, 1 beat, because 2 T's is 1 beat, right? So that's 3, that's good. Here is 2 beats, 1 beat, 1 beat. That adds up to 4. Oh, look how fast that was. We already figured out which one had too many beats. Okay, now I'm just going to take a peek behind here. Okay, good. It does say that only one measure has too many beats, which is nice. Some of these pages are sneaky, and there's multiple measures. So think about all of these notes. Notes and rests, add them up, count the beats, figure out what's wrong. Okay, 2 pages. Get busy, okay? Hoping to see you guys very soon. I have some sickies here at home that I'm trying to take care of. Otherwise, I would be with you, which is a place that I like to be. Be good for your teacher. Be good to your classmates. Being good is pretty good, don't you think? Okay, peace out, Cub Scouts.